Model and actress Adea Shabani was born and raised in Macedonia. From a young age, she dreamed of becoming a star. After finishing school, the girl moved to France. She received higher education in Paris. While studying at university, Adea flew to America a couple of times. This photo is from 2012. She poses next to Kanye West at a Las Vegas nightclub. After graduating from university in 2014, Adea moved to Dubai. There, she got a job at a jewelry store. Quite quickly, the girl realized that she wanted more from life. In 2016, she moved to Hollywood, Los Angeles, a place where talented people come to become world stars. Adea wanted to become an actress. The girl rented a small, cozy apartment and made a global rearrangement there. Her home always had fresh flowers. The walls of the rooms were covered with posters of stars. Shabani listened to Drake's songs. Her idol was actor Leonardo DiCaprio. Adea dreamed of starring in a movie with a man. In 2016, the girl enrolled in the Stella Adler School of Acting. Petite, blue-eyed, blonde Adea Shabani looked like an aspiring star. In 2017, the girl was offered to play a role in a short action film called All or Nothing. She got the role of a waitress. Adea did a great job. Soon, the girl received another job offer. Adea took part in the filming of a comedy called Stuck in the 80s. She got a cameo role as a teenage hippie. 25-year-old Adea was a decent and responsible girl. She never missed classes without a good reason. On February 26, 2018, Adea Shabani did not show up for her acting class. The girl stopped answering calls. Adea's friends became worried and called the police. They asked to check Shabani's apartment. Friends said that Adea spent almost all her time on social networks. She didn't let go of her phone. Adea was constantly in touch and could correspond with several friends at the same time. Since Friday, February 23rd, Adea has not appeared on social networks. On Monday, February 26th, she did not come to class. The girl missed an important day when the teacher was supposed to assign the main roles. The police quickly responded to the call and went to Shabani's apartment. The door was not locked. The rooms were in order. The police found a working laptop on the table. It seemed that Adea had left the apartment recently and was expected to return soon. Police checked recordings from CCTV cameras installed in an apartment building. They discovered footage that showed Adea riding in an elevator on Friday, February 23rd. The girl's face was hidden under a baseball cap. In her hands was a large package. A man was riding in the elevator with the girl. Adea's friends recognized him. It was 33-year-old Christopher Spotz, with whom Shabani was having an affair. The man was also wearing a baseball cap, which hid his face. Chris came to the girl's apartment in the afternoon at 12:48. At 12:50, they were riding in the elevator together. A minute later, the girl's phone went off. The last test message that Adea sent to her friend contained the following text: "Where can I buy red candles?" Chris and Adea met at acting school. The man studied with Stella Adler. None of the teachers or students knew that Chris and Adea were in a serious relationship. The couple kept everything a secret. People around them thought that Chris and Adea were just friends. Police located Christopher and spoke with the man. He confirmed that on February 23rd, he came to Shabani's apartment. Adea packed her things. The couple left the apartment building together. They went to see Christopher's father, who lived in Northern California. After traveling 40 kilometers by car, Chris and Adea quarreled. The man claimed that he kicked the girl out on the road in the Santa Clarita area. Chris said that was the last time he saw the girl. The man said that he did not know where she had disappeared. The police began to collect information about the life of Christopher Spotz. It is known that the man was born in 1984 in Colorado. His parents divorced. Chris had 3 brothers and 1 sister. His mother, Jade, has found a new man. In 2017, Jade ran for her local city council. Both mother and stepfather devoted their lives to social activities and considered this their main purpose. Chris's biological father lived in rural Northern California. Chris Spotz trained as a psychologist. In 2009, he graduated from the University of Colorado and moved to Los Angeles. The man dreamed of becoming a famous actor. Chris had a YouTube account. He uploaded his acting productions there. From 2014 to 2018, Chris took part in the filming of 4 short films and 1 documentary. None of his roles were major. The man was short, but had a good toned figure. He was interested in martial arts, volleyball, and yoga. Adea and Chris began their relationship in September 2017 after rehearsing a scene from Shakespeare together. The girl felt that Chris was a good, promising actor and fell in love with him. Adea knew that Chris had another girlfriend. The man was dating Mary Elmalak, who lived in Los Angeles and worked as a nurse. Chris asked Mary to marry him. Mary knew nothing about her groom's infidelities. Adea admitted to a close friend that she loves drama and agreed to take part in the love triangle. Adea believed that as an actress, she needed a wealth of life experience. On February 26, 2018, Adea disappeared without a trace. On March 1st, Chris and his fiancée Mary left Los Angeles. They went to Colorado to the home of Chris's mother and stepfather. Meanwhile, Adea Shabani's mother flew to Los Angeles from Macedonia. The woman began an active search for her daughter. She plastered the streets of Hollywood with flyers. The mother promised a reward of $25,000. Detectives continued to work. At some point, the investigation of the case led detectives to a lake located in the Woods Preserve in California. On March 10th, volunteers searched the reserve, but found nothing. On March 16, 2018, Adea Shabani turned 26 years old. None of her family and friends knew where the girl was or what happened to her. Police were unable to confirm Christopher Spotz's alibi. The man came under suspicion. Detectives believed he was hiding important information. Soon, the police received a search warrant for his car. On March 22nd, Christopher's car was spotted in San Bernardino, California. The man was driving along the road. The police honked at him and demanded that he stop. Christopher did not comply with the request, but increased speed and tried to escape. The police chased the man for almost 100 kilometers and caught up with him. Officers attempted to force Spotz out of the vehicle. He refused. Chris, while in his car, pulled out a gun and shot himself right in the head. The man died instantly. It is known that at that moment, Chris was not alone in the car. The identity of the second passenger has not been officially disclosed. Police were unable to question Christopher Spotz in the case of Adea Shabani, who was still nowhere to be found. 5 days later, detectives reviewed Christopher Spotz's cell phone data. Officers learned of the man's movements. Thanks to the information received, the body of Adea Shabani was found on March 27th. The girl was found dead hundreds of kilometers from her apartment. She was lying in a shallow hole near a stream in the Sierra Nevada mountains in Northern California. Adea was identified only by tattoos and teeth. The 25-year-old girl's death was ruled a homicide. Medical examiners determined that Adea Shabani died from blunt force trauma to the head. There were no other serious injuries to her body. According to mobile phone data, it was revealed that Adea and Chris's relationship was not stable. They fought often. At the end of December 2017, they finally broke up, and already in January 2018, Adea and Chris reconciled and continued their love relationship. Shabani's friend said that Chris proposed to Adea. The girl agreed and began planning the wedding celebration. She chose a dress and a restaurant. About 6 weeks before the girl's disappearance, Christopher Spotz uploaded a dramatic monologue to his YouTube channel. This monologue was like a confession to murder. Here are Chris's words in that video. "If I took a gun and killed you, my life would be given back to me." Chris and Adea's relationship continued to develop at a rapid pace. In early February 2018, a few weeks before the girl disappeared, Chris and Adea decided to live together. They even filled out an application to rent a spacious apartment and were supposed to move there on March 1st. One of Shabani's friends said that Adea admitted to her that she might be pregnant with Chris's child. The girl did not go to the doctor but simply felt some symptoms. Then came Valentine's Day. Chris spent this holiday with his two brides. He had lunch with Mary during the day, but spent the evening in an expensive restaurant in the company of Adea. They drank several glasses of wine and then went to Adea's apartment. There, a quarrel began between the couple and Chris tried to strangle the girl. Adea lost consciousness, and when she woke up, she was lying on the bed. That evening, her phone disappeared. Using her laptop, she tracked the location of her phone and found out that it was in Christopher's house. Adea came to the man. He denied being rude to the girl. Chris stated that Adea drank a lot and passed out right in the restaurant. Chris claimed that he dragged her to the apartment, put her on the bed, and drove home. Adea told her ex-boyfriend what happened. Several more days passed. All this time, Chris and Adea constantly argued and fought. Adea accused the man of deceiving his fiancée, Mary. Adea demanded that Chris leave Mary. In the phones of Adea and Chris, there was correspondence in which the man accused the girl of attacking him with a knife. He feared for his life and safety. Adea accused Chris of hitting her and stealing an expensive watch. That same day, Adea texted Mary. The girl asked for a meeting and said that their conversation would be serious. On February 21st, Chris and Adea planned to visit the cinema. While they were riding in the car together, Chris received a phone call with terrible news. His uncle from Sacramento died of a heart attack. Chris took the girl back home, and he went to his relatives. Already at home, Adea discovered that her mobile phone had disappeared again. She turned on the laptop and wrote a message to her mother, reporting her missing. The night before the girl disappeared was ordinary. Chris and Adea spent the evening with friends. During their conversation, a friend suggested that the couple go to Mexico and spend the weekend there. Adea refused and said that Chris's uncle had died and they were forced to go to the funeral. After Adea's disappearance, it turned out that Christopher's uncle was healthy and had never had heart problems. Chris's father said that on February 23rd, the day the girl disappeared, Chris arrived at his house at 7 p.m. He was in a good mood. The father did not notice anything strange in his son's behavior. That evening, father and son had a serious fight. Chris accused his dad of abandoning their family and not taking part in raising the children. Chris packed up and left his father's house. He spent the night at the hotel. On February 25th, Chris was talking on the phone with a friend. There was news on TV about the disappearance of Adea Shabani. Chris told a friend that he last saw the girl on Friday, February 23rd. Chris said that he and Adea were driving a car, had an argument, and he dropped her off on the road. Adea shouted to him that he would never see her again. Adea Shabani's case was closed. Her lover, Christopher Spotz, was found guilty. The relatives of the deceased still have many questions. How and why did their Adea die? With a high probability, loved ones will never receive answers to these questions. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel.